Kevin Durant has announced his decision to sign with the Brooklyn Nets for 4 years, $164 million. Kyrie Irving is going to the Brooklyn Nets as well, 4 years, $141 million. And the best part about that is they actually got a third player to roll along, which will be their center. This is going to be DeAndre Jordan for an undisclosed amount quite yet. When I look at this signing for Kevin Durant, this is a legacy signing. How does he want to be remembered? Does he want to be remembered for the guy that broke the game of basketball? Does he want to be remembered as the guy that bandwagoned his way to championships? Or does he want to be a trendsetter, a guy that took free agency by the balls and was able to make ballsy moves to win championships and be able to play with people that he wants to play, to do things like a boss? In essence, Kevin Durant is doing things his way. He announced his free agency his way on the boardroom Instagram page with a little Biggie Smalls playing in the background. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are the things that Kevin Durant and other free agents are grasping and doing their way. This is a crazy signing because Golden State was able to offer Kevin Durant like 5 years, $200+ million, about 221, I think, and he turned that down. So that proves a lot of things were correct about the Golden State Warriors. Draymond Green's comments about KD being a bitch last year, etc., that really hurt KD. The fans saying that KD broke the game, it would always be Steph's team, that really affected KD. It proves everything that we've been saying about the Golden State Warriors and Kevin Durant's relationship with the staff, to Bob Myers, to the owners. The tension was there. Everything was real. So what I take away from that is, when the media is saying stuff, we can't just necessarily look at everything as like a rumor. We can't just dismiss everything. We can't be so dismissive of the media who do their due diligence, who put in the effort, the time to find these stories, to check their sources, to fact check what people are saying, because it proved in the signing. KD took less money, and he took an avenue that was road less traveled, which is not necessarily a guaranteed way to get to the finals. Like, when playing on the Nets doesn't mean he's going to get to the finals automatically. There's still Toronto, Kawhi stays. There's still Philly. There's Miami Heat. There's like other teams that could most likely make a run. Boston is another one. The Bucks are another one. So that just proves that everything that everybody's been saying about KD is 100% correct. Like, he can be thin-skinned, and all of that talk about him being a snake and everything, that bothered him. Because if you would have think out of all the signings you would make, you would want to stay in Golden State. But he went to the Brooklyn Nets. So the media at this point, everybody that was, including myself, that was like downplaying some of the media stories, they're 100% factual. This is just a sidebar. For the New York Knicks fans, how does it feel? You have so many free agents out here. The big fish, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving. We both saw them speaking about 2 max free agency spots in New York. And you're thinking about, okay, it's the Knicks 100%. They go to the Nets. It's like the New York Knicks fans are just living for like it's like the bane of their existence, and their team being in New York. Like, it just sucks for them. Like, and they just don't have a good track record at all whatsoever. You would think they'll be able to land KD and Kyrie. Unfortunately, no. And that's just how the story goes with the New York Knicks. They just can't get it right. New York Knicks are the can't get right of the NBA. Remember that movie with Life, Martin Lawrence and Eddie Murphy? And they can't get right. Baseball star, when he couldn't really speak and he didn't have great mechanical skills in terms of function as a normal human being, but he could play baseball. That's the New York Knicks. The New York Knicks can sell merchandise. They could do that, their popularity, the marketing, they could do that well. They just can't get anything else right in terms of basketball-wise. Back to the Nets. Of course, KD is going to be out 1 whole year. But what's good about KD signing with the Nets and him being out a whole year, Kyrie, DeAndre Jordan, and I think they're going to still keep Spencer Dinwiddie. Hey, their team made the playoffs without Kyrie and KD. If they have Kyrie and DeAndre Jordan, I'm pretty sure they can make the playoffs and make some big noise. And then on top of that, then you follow the next 3 years of having the KD and Kyrie double K, a double shot of K, double shot of K Espresso. I don't know what the names is going to be. You factor those two guys playing together, they're going to make a run to the finals. And that influences other guys? Does Kawhi still stay in the East? I'm guessing no, because he doesn't want to have to deal with KD. But then he has to go out west. So like these are multiple moves. But you know, initially when you look at those two games, they both kind of are ISO ball heavy. But the good thing about them is you give them the ball at any point of the game, they could give you 10 in a row, 8 in a row. They could both go for 30 any given night, and they don't need any screens. That's the one thing we saw this with Chris Paul and James Harden, but not as much as we're gonna see it now. Two guys in their prime that don't need a screen. That is scary. That is scary, and it's gonna be filthy on the court. So those two together, they're just gonna need the coach to really get them some guys, some role players that understand their role and be able to shake and move and do things like that. But other than that's gonna be a real good sight to see. This is crazy how the landscape of the NBA is shaping up. But it's Brooklyn now. I guess those chants can start now. Brooklyn. And New York Knicks fans, I'm so sorry. Like, I didn't see this coming. I don't think most people saw that KD was gonna sign with the Nets. Knicks, of course, but the Nets, I just didn't see it. I guess that was the whole thing about Kyrie signing with the Nets. It was like he knew he was going to get KD. He knew he was going to get somebody else to come with him. And that somebody else is KD. Hoops Junction, where hoops meets hoopla. Like, comment, subscribe.